episode years before. I would say right around year 3 to 5, and it just got easier. Like I wasn't spending 8 to 10 hours a day, like mining for business. It would phone started to ring.
My name is Kevin McIntosh, and this is The Closing Table, where we talk to experts about their experience in real estate all across the country. Let's go. Welcome to The Closing Table. I am your host, Kevin C. McIntosh. And joining us on this episode, we have the pleasure of speaking with Amy Yaroch. How you doing, Amy?
I'm doing good, Kevin. How are you?
I'm doing great. Another day, happy to be here, and happy to have you on as a guest to share your knowledge. But we are going to start things off a little bit casual and loose with an icebreaker called This or That. I have a couple phrases and or words related to real estate. They are kind of contradicting to each other, but you just tell me which one you would like to choose. And if you want, you can tell us why you chose that. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, cool. First one, open floor plan or traditional layout?
Open floor plan.
Okay. Gated community or non-gated community?
Non-gated.
Solar panels or traditional power source?
Solar panels.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I get more questions about that almost daily, just in regards to listings. And then I actually have a few family members that are really dipping into that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Starter home or forever home?
Forever.
You like to plant your roots and just stay there, huh?
Yes. I've been mobile, but I feel like it's hard to get into your forever home right now, so that's what I'll take.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's a good point. Last one, home office or commute to work?
Oh my gosh, home office, 100%.
I feel that too. I want that one too.
Yeah.
All right, Amy, cool. Thank you for us starting things off a little loose socially with us, with the icebreaker. Now I want you to take this time, separate yourself from your profession. 60 seconds or less. Tell us who is Amy outside of real estate.
So I'm married. We live on a farm. I grew up riding horses. Still have horses here at the house. Spend most of our time outside, just earthy stuff, gardening, animals, stuff like that. So like to be outside, like to spend time with our friends and family, like to just do activities. Don't like to sit down and sit in the house. Just want to be out in the wilderness.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was going based off the last question, the home office or commute to work. Based off your choice of home, I would think you were a homebody, but I can see you want to be home, but still be outdoors, deal with all the things that you have in your land, with you living on a farm and whatnot. So it's very interesting.
I just want to be efficient with my time. And I do not want to be sitting in traffic.
Amen. Amen to that. Okay. All right. So let's dig into where you are geographically, and let's give us some details about the market that you're currently serving, where you are, like I said, geographically, and then let's get into some of the economics, just some general information in regards to what's going on with real estate in your market.
So, my office is out of Lansing. I grew up on the east side of the state as well, though. So I will serve, I'm pretty selective on who I serve in Metro Detroit. So my main market is Greater Lansing area. I usually do a 50-mile radius of the center of Lansing. Okay. Housing shortage, pulled stats this morning. There's 777 active houses. To give anybody a example of what a neutral market would look like, it would be 1,500. So we're still really, really below the bar there. Shifting into buyer's field.
Yeah, wow, that's scary. So we're about half of the inventory that we would basically need in order to kind of have a balanced market, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
All I mean, that's as bad as that sounds. It's a little bit better than what it has been, at least compared to last year or last month. Is that correct? Or I mean, you would know. Come on, please.
Yes, I would know. So absolutely, it has shifted into more inventory. I think at the beginning of the
Right.
year, it was
Mm-hmm.
February or March, there was less than 400 houses. It was like 390.
That's
It was
crazy.
it was brutal.
Yes. But that's good to see that the inventory is starting to increase a little bit, even as we get into the warmer months, the springs and the summers. Like, I mean, you would think there would be more buyers out actively, getting homes purchased and whatnot, or even sold. But the fact that that inventory is going up, maybe more people are finding their homes.
Yeah,
Who
definitely.
knows?
Or it was just a later start to the year, at least for me, with in regards to buyers and actually getting them moving, getting the ball rolling on everything.
Right, right, right. I get it. I get it. Okay. All right. So let's take us back a little bit, Amy. I don't. I would assume that you didn't come straight out of high school to become a real estate agent. So, any of your professions that led up to where you are now, can you talk about how those occupations and the skills and knowledge abilities you took from those kind of helped you in your real estate career now?
Yeah, sure. So, I actually went to school. I have a business degree with a minor in statistics. Um,
Ooh,
I,
look at you.
yeah, I don't remember anything. So we did, and also a minor in marketing. So
Nice.
I came out of high school, and I just went into a corporate job. I worked in Ann Arbor. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was really bored there. I just felt like I didn't have enough to do. Um,
Okay.
we moved out to the Lansing area just to live a quieter lifestyle. We wanted more property. And the commute was killing me. So
Yeah.
I found a job in Lansing. That company downsized, so they actually laid me off. Um, and I just am not one to sit around. I was like, what can I do with my time? What would I be good at? So I got my real estate license.
Oh
And it was all,
wow.
yeah.
There it is. How are you using statistics in real estate? I mean, how are you applying it? Are you applying it? I know you said you don't really remember too much, but is there some type of math that goes into real estate that you kind of apply some of what you learned to?
So we have pretty good software on the back end. I don't have to like mathematically break things
Right.
down.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
So we have pretty good software on the back end, but just like looking at numbers and having those numbers in your mind for when people want to be educated or,
Mm-hmm.
um, even if somebody's being unrealistic, like, hey, this is actually what the data says. And it's not my opinion, it's strictly data. And I think
Right.
that coming from that perspective makes people feel like less pressured.
The crazy thing about that, not to get too far off subject, is I feel like I was pretty decent in math all the way up until high school, and then I was like, nah, maybe I'm not that good. But I did take statistics. I did have to take that in college at one point, and what a struggle that was. But the crazy thing is, I mean, even if you're good at it, you understand it and know it. Like, we have so much technology and resources available. When are you really going to use tech? I mean, there's some scenarios I would imagine you have to bust out your brain and do some statistics and standard deviations, but there's calculators for that. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue to move forward. I want to talk about you helping out your clients, specifically in a situation where they may not have even been pre-approved for a mortgage, right? I don't know if you've ever been in that situation, but how do you deal with managing or getting a potential client who hasn't even been pre-approved and you help them to be pre-approved?
So, the first step every agent usually tells you is you need to talk to a lender. I have just a list of lenders that I trust, that I know are good at their jobs, and I'll try to um, get a client in front of them. And if they get bad news or they have to do credit repair, things like that, I think just staying encouraging and doing the follow up game with those people, just letting them know that they can buy a house. It's just going to take 30 to 60 days and they have to do these steps.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just helps people, just staying in touch, coming from a place of understanding, knowing that not everybody has come from the same background or went through the same struggles or lived the same life financially.
Right.
Um, just helping them, just getting them where they want to go. And if they're going to put excuses in front of me, that's fine. But if there's a will, there's a way.
I get it. What was the longest time that you've worked with a client from them either getting pre-approved or before they even got pre-approved all the way until closing?
5 years.
You what? Were these some friends of yours or some relatives?
So it wasn't all finance background. It was just somebody that was at kind of a crossroads in their life, and they were going one direction, and then they would pause, and they would go another direction, and then they would pause, and they just kind of really needed to find their the direction that they were going, which I think was what took so long.
You know the crazy thing, I hate to keep having to throw my 2 cents in, but I have to. The crazy thing is the patience that you have to work with somebody for 5 years is just beyond. Like, I gotta applaud you for that, because I don't know if I have that in me, you know, especially with it not showing any progress at one point. But I mean, that goes to show, like, if you have your life planned out and you have certain schedules and certain ways of doing things and a whole system together, it's probably not even an inconvenience to you. Probably just check in with them every now and then, send a text, make a phone call, and just make sure, you know, you're doing little bits here and there to get there. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I just feel like if I'm not ready, I don't even want to contact the real estate agent, because I would feel like I'm wasting their time. But I mean, first, do you feel like that would be a waste of time?
No, I'm like that too. So like if somebody tries to like sell me on something, or I get a lot of calls of someone trying to make me buy something, I'm the first person to hang up the phone. Um,
Yeah.
no, I think that if I try to look at it from a perspective of not everybody's on the same timeline, and if I can help somebody, I will. And if they don't want to talk to me, they don't want to talk to me, but I'm still going to try to help them with what they asked for help on. And I don't know, build a relationship.
Nice. How kind of you.
Try to be.
Amy, you know what I like to hear from agents? Their stories about the craziest things they've seen in these homes. I'm pretty sure you've been in all different types of homes. Please share your story. One of the craziest properties or the craziest thing you've seen in a property.
Oh man. I was showing homes to a mom, and she was a newly single mom and her 2-year-old, and we went into a house. Oh man, we went into, and we got out, and there were these black bugs jumping all over me, and her 2-year-old was obviously a little guy. I was like, oh, like, did I carry bugs from, like, where did these bugs come from? So it
What?
being from mold under the floorboards of the house, and they were called springtails. So I called my husband. I was like, I can't go in the house. You need to meet me at home. I like stopped and got a flea and tick bath, and I bathed in my.
Wow.
I went back over to her apartment and like dropped off all of this stuff to get rid of the bugs. I was like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It wasn't my listing. But I think that one takes the cake.
Oh my God. Anybody listening to them, I'm pretty sure your body is itching just like mine. That sounds
And I
so.
know my poor neighbors that day.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
I'm just sitting here listening to it, like, so they were coming from under the floorboards because of the mold, you said? What did you call them? They were what tails? Spring tails?
You look them up. Yeah.
What the heck kind of bug is that? Spring tail? I don't want to look it up. It just make my blood itch. Ugh.
Yeah, it's brutal.
So, I mean, what happened with that? Did you sell that home? Like, what happened with that? Please.
Yeah, yes, I still talk to her pretty regularly, but yeah.
She bought it?
Oh, no. She ended up buying a house, but it did not ruin our relationship.
I was gonna say, whoa, that must have been a beautiful home.
Oh no. I wish you could smell photos. I feel like it would take time.
Oh my God. That would be so funny if you could smell photos. That was such a random statement, Amy. That was so funny though. Okay. Talk to me, Amy. A time where you overcame unexpected obstacles in a transaction in your career. What was one of them crazy stories?
Oh, I have so many.
Ooh.
I think just overall, I think one of the most fun things about a real estate career is no transaction is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You will never have the same file. You will always have different types of um, hurdles to overcome, whether that be a buyer getting cold feet, a boundary dispute, a seller that doesn't really want to sell, all of those
Mm-hmm.
things. I think just learning to navigate, I guess just learning to have a problem solving set will really help anybody. I could talk for days with examples, but that's overall consensus that I think is better than an example.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I get it and I understand, especially when you're an entrepreneur. That's literally what an entrepreneur does. You solve problems, and usually you solve it in a way that you will make some money on the end. But overall, yes, you have to find a way to get through all of these problems because they will occur.
hmm
And being a real estate agent, I can only imagine it's literally a curveball that can be thrown at every single phase, from underwriting to looking for it to the closing to every part to appraisals, inspections. So learning how to and then the thing is too, like you kind of have to go through those experiences in order to know how to get over it the next time. Because just like you said, being a real estate agent, you deal with different cases every day for the most part. So, I mean, the situations that you're coming across, like it'll definitely help you with situations in the future. So it's just, yeah, if you're not built for it, it'll weed you out very very quickly, especially
It,
in the
it
real estate industry.
it absolutely will. Yep.
The most elaborate gift that you've ever given someone, or you've known someone to give one of their clients after close. I'll tell you a crazy one I've heard after your story.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. I had I haven't received like major gifts. I've gotten very thoughtful gifts, jewelry, um, just something like personal items that came up in small conversation. I think every real estate agent has had to buy a washer or dryer at some point in their career once you get down
Oh wow.
down,
Okay.
down
I
the
can
path
see that.
because you missed it in the write-in or something. Um,
Hmm.
but I don't have like a huge story of a gift.
A washer and dryer is pretty huge. That's still a couple
JJ
$100s, if
Appliances,
not more.
Lansing, Michigan.
Ah, look at you. Got the cheat code. I get it though, but still, I mean, that's I mean, it may not be thousands of dollars, but I mean, that's one of those gifts that keep on giving. I mean, you give me the ability to wash my clothes at home. So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's relatively big if you ask me. So the story that I heard, I don't even know how true it is, but it was an agent, I believe, in Texas. He was known for, or he at least went viral for, purchasing Louis Vuitton bags for his clients after closing. Now I don't know how much these bags are. I would assume a couple hundred, if not a couple $1,000s. But I mean, relative to what they were making the commission, which I don't know, I'm not counting pockets. It would seem like it's a good gift, but at the same time, do you think the gift that you provide to a client for closing can help you get other clients?
A lot of agents do. Like a lot of agents will do like branding items, so like something with their logo on it or whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't go down that road. I feel like most of my business is pretty, it's repeat and it's relationship based. And I think that that just comes from a personal brand. That's who I am naturally. So
Mm.
I I don't know. I don't love those items. I'll send out like calendars and happy anniversary cards. That's about the extent of what I'll give you with my face on it. I think
I feel
something,
you.
I don't know. I think something more thoughtful sticks in your head than, oh yeah, she did an okay job. Here's, the her logo with uh, I don't know, a photo frame with their logo on it, whatever
All
it
right, a notepad.
is. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Exactly. But
Amy, a lot of go please finish.
I was gonna say, but no shame to people that do it. It's just not.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's funny. Amy, a lot of agents, they say that relationship building and communication is very, very key to longevity in their profession. With that being said, most agents have long lasting relationships with their clients well after they close on those transactions. So do you have any stories of crazy, not crazy, but maybe great relationships that you've built with clients after closing on their home?
Oh yeah, tons. One of my clients is like really good friends with my husband. They go hunting now. The just a lot of my social sphere. So I have a really good friend that's a photographer, and we'll do like little mini sessions here at the farm once in a while.
Mm.
I'll invite everybody, and they've been over to my house. Like it's I don't know. I would say about 98% of my business is repeat and referral, and that is a really good statistic.
Nice. Nice. I heard from an agent before that said maybe the first 2 or 3 years of their career was just maybe recruiting and getting leads and clients. And then ever since that it was just really just referrals and repeat clients. Would you say it was similar for your career, or how long would you say you were actively actually recruiting before like it was just consistently referrals?
I think that statistic is very, very true. Year three
Mm,
is really when you start to feel the snowball effect and reap the seeds that you sowed years before.
hmm.
Um, I I would say right around year 3 to 5, and it just got easier. Like I wasn't spending 8 to 10 hours a day, like mining for business. It would
Right.
phone started to ring.
Mm. And you know what's interesting now that we bring that into perspective, I can't remember the exact number, but I believe it was around that 3 to 5 year mark that they say a lot of real estate agents just end up quitting. If not a year, I gotta really look that number up. But it was within like three. It was somewhere around 3 years that real estate agents, if they feel like this just isn't for them, they would usually bow out. And that sounds like that's the hump right there. Soon as you build up those clients, if you're consistent with going out there putting in the work, if you can get over that 3 year hump, then eventually you'll have those clients, coming back to you consistently, telling other people around you, and that kind of puts the rest of your career on cruise control. That's just from my perspective, though. Now that I actually think about it, so I got to look up that actual number in regards to how many years the first time agents stay in. Do you have any volunteer events that you participate in consistently or have participated in that are a lot more near and dear to your heart than others?
So I have been, so this year I didn't. Keller Williams does Red Day. It's when they go out into the community and just help certain projects that we have found. Last year we went and picked up some of the parks in Lansing, just trash and recyclables, things like that. We do L's Place, which is for children that have experienced a lot of grief in their life.
Mm.
Um, so I would say Red Day is probably the most that I've done. I don't volunteer a lot.
Okay. It's very honest stuff. You
I'd rather, like do something really kind for somebody that I know. But as far as like getting super into the community, Red Day's most the extent of what I do.
Yeah. I mean, technically what you do is building a community anyway with your profession. So you're
Yeah.
doing community service in a way. She said, I don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like when
That
I
was
say
funny.
calling I'm your therapist, it works. It works.
That's hilarious. Hey, so Amy, if you were to sit and just look back at your career right now, what were some of the past experiences that helped shape, your perspective on your personal and professional life?
I think when things get really, really hard, whether it be financially or you're struggling in a really bad file and you just feel like you cannot make anybody happy, that is usually the point that you shouldn't quit. That's usually when you need to buckle down and keep going because it's about to get really good.
Mm, mm. I agree. That's actually a testament to what we were just talking about with that 3-year or something with the real estate agent. Yeah. So knowing what you know now, you said you are a homeowner. Let's take
Yep.
it back to when you didn't own a home.
Okay.
2023, you don't own a home. Knowing what you know now and the resources that are available, what approach would you take to owning a home?
I think a lot of people, especially first-time home buyers, I feel like they're so scared to buy because of the way that the market is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Most industry professionals say that it's going to plateau and then it's going to keep going up because it's just the problem is a literal inventory shortage.
Correct.
And I would say just statistically, there are very rare instances that we experience something like the crash of 2007, 2008. I
Mm-hmm.
would say just buy something that you feel comfortable in with where your life is at financially, location wise, and you should still be able to gain equity based on historic data.
Right. Hmm.
So
Good point.
that's what I would tell anybody. And I would tell myself that. I mean, it beats renting, right? Like you're still paying down your mortgage, and that's how you build equity.
Correct. Yeah. Well said. Just dive straight into it, but make sure you find a professional that can help you and lead the way through that process. So, well said, Amy. Well, we appreciate you for coming here and joining us on the closing table, pulling up a chair and sharing your knowledge with us, Amy. At this point, if you have any last words and or want to tell people how to reach out to you, please do so now.
No, thank you for having me on. If anybody is looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, my phone number is 734-578-1844, or you can reach me at Amy, A-M-Y, Yaroch, Y-A-R-O-C-H, realtor, R-E-A-L-T-O-R, @gmail.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Amy. We appreciate you again taking time to be here on the closing table. For our YouTube audience watching right now, if you've gotten to this point in the video, do me a favor. Hit the thumb, aka the like button. Thank you. We appreciate it. And make sure you also share the content and subscribe to our channel. And if you are listening on Apple, Spotify, or any of the podcast platforms, please do the same. Give us a like, a 5-star rating, and subscribe for our latest content. And Amy, I always leave our audience with a question so that they can think on their way out the door. What was the best gift you received or known someone to receive as a closing gift from an agent? Don't tell us now. Leave it in the comments below. But besides that, talk to you next time.